Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Don't miss Boston Store's President's Day sale tomorrow, February 16th, where you'll find the right products at the right price. Buy, Pick, and Save, proud sponsor of the Preps Plus highlights. Time Warner Cable. Order the All the Best package, 3 great services on one simple bill at one low price. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic. Buy Lackey & Joys with locations in downtown Milwaukee, Brookfield, and Mequon. And shop our Mayfair store through the end of February. And by Realty Executives, where the experts are.
It's good to be at Rufus King High School on Milwaukee's North Side. Hi, I'm your host, Gary Howard, and welcome to Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's high school sports show. We'll see the Rufus King Generals and the Lady Generals in action this week, and we'll also hit the mat as we visit with some outstanding wrestling and gymnastics squads. But we'll start this show off at the Pettit Center with one of the top scorers in Wisconsin high school hockey. Here's Brad Preda, my main man, with our Boston Store featured student athlete.
Last one to leave the ice for practice, and first one out there, and just always working hard every chance he gets.
Yes, Mike Pankowski loves to play hockey. This winter, he's played a lot.
Hockey's been a huge part of my life. I've been playing since I was 4 or 5 years old. I mean, I don't know, I've 12 years now, and I love it just as much as I did when I started.
Pankowski, who played AAA hockey last year, returned to the Wauwatosa Wild co-op team this season. While the team's record is sub-500, the Wild has enjoyed a big improvement over last year, with Pankowski leading the way.
He has the talent and he has the will to kind of carry a team on his back. He can make plays by himself, so a lot of the time we can usually count on him to score and keep us in games.
The goalies are afraid of him. Other teams, all they know when Mike has the puck, all they start yelling is, play the body, play the body. That's all they ever want to do to him.
Mike's moves and stick handling ability make it tough to knock him off the puck. Those skills have also made him the top goal scorer in Wisconsin. Heading into the Wild's last couple of regular season games, Mike was averaging better than 2 goals per game, and he had scored at least 1 goal every time out. Now, how do you do that? Well, a whole lot of talent and a whole lot of time on the ice.
Like, I'd rather shift than playing. I got a lot of minutes a game. Keeps me in shape.
Mike's coach describes a recent game in which Pankowski got to spend even less time resting on the bench because a couple of teammates were out due to injury or illness.
Probably on the ice 2/3 of the time when he shouldn't be out there that much. But we have a short bench and he's in shape though.
Mike keeps himself in shape mentally too in the classrooms at Whitnall High School. He carries a solid grade point average and knows what he likes to study.
I'm a big science guy. I love biology. I'm taking AP biology right now.
In the fall, Pankowski plans to attend MSOE, where he hopes to play hockey and study biomedical engineering. On the ice, Spanky, as his teammates call him, gets lots of attention from opponents.
Most people are sending 2-3 guys at him every time he touches the puck, trying to slow him up or do anything they can to stop him. So, yeah, I'm sure it's frustrating for him.
Still, Mike says he's enjoyed playing for the Wild, a team which combines students from Wauwatosa East and West, New Berlin West and Eisenhower, and Whitnall.
It's a fun group of guys. I mean, got guys from like 5 different schools out here, and kind of brings you together, kind of with your community, and so you get to, besides playing with the guys from your high school, you can meet new kids.
It's been fun for the coaches too, since they don't see players like Mike very often.
I've been coaching hockey over 25 years now, and Mike's the most talented player I've ever coached.
Mike played with the Milwaukee Junior Admirals last year before returning to the Wild for his senior season. Goalie Matt Ranter presents Mike with our featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Alone, I can do nothing. Alone, there are no passes to catch, no touchdowns to score, no victories.
Alone, I could no longer prepare meals or stay in my home and remain independent.
But with a strong team, you can succeed. And with a caring organization that supports and believes in you, anything is possible.
Home-delivered meals from Goodwill brighten my day.
Together, we can all win.
What does it take to become a leader in the treatment of neurological disorders? Our patients know. It takes the nation's leading specialists and a state-of-the-art neurosciences center. It takes an academic medical center like Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Less than 2% of America's hospitals are academic medical centers. They're rare, which is why our patients know we're the smart choice for neurological care. Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic.
Take it in the morning, take it late at night. Take it from me, baby, everything's all right. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Sure look good to me. Come on, shake that thing. Shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Sure look good to me.
This season hasn't been what the guys at Rufus King envisioned, but they're still an upper-level team in the city conference. Let's see the Generals on the court as super smooth Tim Muma rocks and rolls the pick and save action reel.
Milwaukee King enters having lost 3 of their last 4 contests, but they're hoping their 6th-ranked offense will be too much for Milwaukee South. The Cardinals, meanwhile, come in with a 3-game personal losing streak to Milwaukee King, but with a victory, they would improve to 6-2 in the city conference. South would struggle to put points on the board, but go in front early. Nice ball movement gets Southpaw Arvell Walker a great look, drains the 3 ball, and the Cards lead by 1. But King returns the favor with their own allocation exercise. Nick Stokes feeding Silas Mills, who uses his body for position and gets the bucket, putting King ahead. Then how about some D? Watch Thomas Malone run the length of the floor to fly in and get that out of here, son. 14-8 King after 1. In the second, the Generals start to pull away, but South stays close. Walker goes to the spinorama, and the Valentine's Day kiss-off lasts for 2, but South still trails 22-15 at the half. The Generals then would keep their distance the rest of the way. Ed Reed busting out a sick move, hanging and banging, fantastic body control. King would stretch the lead to 12. Devin Steele shows off his tremendous athleticism, pull up mid-range on the money. King by 7 to the 4th. And that's where the Generals are controlling the game and running the floor. Mike Nard laying it off for Reed. 2 more of his game-high 21 as King cruises 47-38, improving to 9-5 overall. Over in Port Washington, Germantown was looking to stay tied atop the North Shore, but the Port fans were there to remind the Warhawks that the Pirates' Josh Gosser has more career points than Ben Averkamp, and one of them would be the difference. In the first, G-Town was rolling again. Averkamp draws the double team, then kicks it out for Michael Laubenheimer from the free throw line. He had a team-high 16, 16-10 Warhawks after 1. Port would try to get tighter partway through the second. Mark Burmish into the front court on his own. Sweet one-handed delivery to Shane Kennedy. He's up and in for 2. But Germantown would keep the Pirates at bay. Josh Mongan doesn't like the view inside, deferring to Michael Minsky with plenty of room to analyze the distance for 3. 28-25 Germantown at the half. To the third, Port creeping closer as the area's 4th highest scorer steps into your frame. Gosser splashing the net for the triple. 29-28, G-Town's lead down to 1. But the Warhawks respond. Watch Jalen McLeod lull the defense to sleep with some casual handles before jetting around the corner. Scoop off the glass is splendid, and the Warhawks have a 37-31 lead going to the 4th. In the final frame, Port Washington turns it on. Gosser, the 2-handed long ball, finds Elliot Kotecki for a deuce. Then down 4 with 45 seconds left, Corey Steinmetz spots up for 3, and he hits nothing but nylon. Pirates down just 1. Final seconds now of the game. Germantown up 2. Gosser has it, gets a nasty pick from Steinmetz from downtown for the W. 47-46, Pirates steal the victory, knocking Germantown out of first. Did we just become best friends? Yup. Want to do karate in the garage? Yup. Port Washington now 13-4.
In late January, the Rufus King girls were narrowly defeated by Vincent in a first-place showdown. A couple of weeks later, it's time for the rematch, as we'll see in the Time Warner Cable Big Game.
There's a whole lot of noise and commotion here at the V-House because the Vincent Vikings, the two-time defending state champs, have been playing championship caliber basketball once again. As the Vikings close in on that city conference title, they get ready to take on the only team in the city that's given them a challenge all season. The Lady Generals were right on Vincent's heels in the city conference race, and it was King that would run to the front in this one. Serena Simmons with the soft touch. That's the start of a big night for Simmons. Rachel Story had missed time with a hand injury, but she's back for this showdown. Convenient banking hours. Story's excited about that, and the pre-checking too. Serena Simmons was simply superb in this game, taking the inbounds pass, going full court, jump stop, 2 and the foul. She scored 9 in the first quarter alone. King was able to contain Vincent's leading scorer, Nicole Griffin. She and teammate Ashley Burtz would each manage 12 on the night. Serena Simmons also helped her teammates score, spin move, and the sweet dish to Jasmine Reynolds. 16-9 King after one quarter. Vincent's defense is struggling, but Shaylon Landry does her part, forcing the turnover. Landry also led Vincent with 14. First half hoops were hard to come by for Vincent, but Tiara Martin softly tosses the rock off the glass, plus the foul. Lady Vikings are still down 7, though. We'll need to invent some alliterative adjectives for the play of Serena Simmons. How about spectabulous? That's a 3-ball. Now Serena, splendiferous. Down on the baseline and high off the glass just before the buzzer. A sweet 16 in the first half for Serena, King by 11. Second stanza, Serena slashing. Surreal. The lead swells to near 20. Coach Craig Makut and the Lady Generals love how this game is going. Vincent does close the gap. Aisha Eaton with the tasty lollipop late in the third. They're down 9, headed to the fourth. This game could still be within reach. 4 players scored for King and all hit double digits. Lene Rash irritates the Viking defense, delivering 2 of her dozen points. Then it's more Simmons. Into the lane. Okay, I'm fresh out of adjectives now. Serena scores 30, and King goes on to a 67-53 victory, leading each team with 1 conference defeat and 2 games to play.
This is a big win for us. It sets the pace for the playoffs, for the brackets. You know, we're going in real strong, real confident, and hopefully we just slide right into state, keep playing hard, keep playing like we did tonight, and we can be champs.
Believe it or not, we've already reached the final week of the regular season for high school girls basketball. If you want to know where your team stands at, all you got to do is log on to the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com. Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel's high school sports show, will be right back.
Coming up on Preps Plus, the REALTY Executive Team of the Week.
Okay, so here's a quick game. Think of your favorite TV show. Now think about how much you love it. Now think about how cool it would be if you could watch your show anytime you wanted. That's exactly what happens when you switch to digital cable from Time Warner Cable. It's the easiest way to see the very best in home entertainment. And with video on demand, you can see shows on your schedule. Call today and get it all for a winning price. You've never seen your favorite show quite like this. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Take the great outdoors. Add the passion of an off-road unicyclist, the persistence of a legally blind dog sledder, the joy of surfers of tanker wakes. Add anyone, everyone, doing what they love. That's the greater outdoors. A belief that the outdoors belongs to us all. A belief that we are all pioneers. Welcome to Columbia's greater outdoors.
Alone, I can do nothing. Alone, there are no passes to catch, no touchdowns to score, no victories.
Alone, I could no longer prepare meals or stay in my home and remain independent.
But with a strong team, you can succeed. And with a caring organization that supports and believes in you, anything is possible.
Home-delivered meals from Goodwill brighten my day.
Together, we can all win.
Take it in the morning, take it late at night. Take it, brother, baby, everything's all right. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Sure look good to me. Come on, shake that thing. Shake that thing. Come on, shake that thing. Sure look good to me.
St. John's Northwestern Military Academy in Delafield has a strong basketball tradition, but this winter another sport has emerged at the academy. We're on the mat and on the court in this week's Press Pass.
The basketball team at St. John's Northwestern Military Academy is certainly talented, but the Lancers are also very young. They start 3 sophomores and a freshman. Plus, these guys don't all get to play together during the off-season. So getting off to a 14-0 start must be something of a surprise.
We expected everything to go well, but we didn't expect to be undefeated.
High-scoring Kevin Mays, number 15, and point guard Devin Johnson, number 12, came to the academy from New York City. The same path taken by current UW point guard Trayvon Hughes. The day we visited the academy, that warm day last week, Mays and Johnson were heading to Madison to watch the Badgers practice and to chat with Trayvon about his experiences at St. John's.
The coaches really told me what he did and how much he brought to the school, and I was like, maybe I could do the same.
Aside from their New Yorkers, the Lancers also feature sharpshooting Carlos Tucson from Mexico and, of course, some quality local guys.
Playing with guys from Mexico and New York has been the best time of my life so far.
Life is good down on the court right now, and it's been the same up in the wrestling room. The Grapplers can boast a number of accomplishments that haven't happened in some time.
This is the first time in 15 years that we've captured the conference championship, and that the first time in 7 years, beaten our arch-rival Heritage Christian in not only dual meets, but at the conference tournament as well.
Like the Hoops team, the St. John's wrestling squad has a mix of local talent and guys from out of state. No matter where home is, these guys are happy to have come this far.
To finally get recognized on the same level as our basketball team, which has always been star-studded and doing fantastic, to be at that same championship level as them is a really good feeling.
Both on the mat and on the court, the Lancers hope that good feeling continues in the postseason. The Hoopsters know their competition will get tougher then, as they'll be facing bigger schools in a sectional that's loaded.
We got to still work out a couple kinks to get to where we need to be. Even though we're 13-0, we still need to work on a lot of stuff.
Not far from the military academy is another wrestling team that's been doing quite well. The Pewaukee Pirates earn honors as the Realty Executives Team of the Week.
The Pewaukee wrestling team continued its dominance of the Woodland Conference this season, going a perfect 7-0 to extend their 3-year league winning streak to 22, taking a 3rd straight conference tournament championship last week, and people are starting to take notice.
It's nice to start being recognized a little more because we've always been the underdog team or not as good, and our team's really progressing, and it's kind of nice to see.
I know our team feels strong about it, and finally getting some respect from everyone in the States. Pretty nice coming from Milwaukee area team.
The climb to this point for Pewaukee has been a steady one from the lower levels on up, and it has centered around this class of seniors who have won a combined 11 individual conference titles.
A lot of the guys in the room here that are seniors have been together since 4th, 5th grade. We're all seniors and we've all been together. We kind of know each other and kind of plays along pretty well into our little plan.
You can't only point at one thing because we have a lot of people that pointed us in the right direction, such as Coach. But I mean, he gave us a stepping stone, and we all had to take that step for ourselves.
The next step for the second-ranked Pirates will be to return to Team State and make a run at the Ultimate Championship. But one thing is for certain, it will be a group battle.
We're a tight group. We know that if this guy goes out against a guy, we trust him to do his best. We know he's not going to just roll over for a guy. We know if we ask a guy to go out and do this, he's going to do everything that he possibly can to get it done.
Mike Dolan of Realty Executives Integrity presents our Team of the Week plaque.
What does it take to become a leader? Our patients know it takes the finest minds in medicine. It takes an academic medical center. Less than 2% of America's hospitals are academic medical centers. They're rare. That's why our patients know we're the smart choice for the finest care. Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic.
Wow, this is one good-looking TV. Clearly you take your TV viewing seriously. So why not watch in serious style by getting HD service with digital cable from Time Warner Cable. You get programs in HD for free. Satellite wants to charge you over $100 a year for HD programming. Instead, see the shows you want at a price you'll love. Upgrade to digital cable or HD TV. Call Time Warner Cable today. You've got the great TV. Now get the great HD service it deserves. Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
Alone, I can do nothing. Alone, there are no passes to catch, no touchdowns to score, no victories.
Alone, Angie could not learn new skills, get a job, or experience the dignity that comes from work.
But with a strong team, you can succeed. And with a caring organization that supports and believes in you, anything is possible.
I never come wrong.
Together, we can all win.
Take the great outdoors. Add the passion of an off-road unicyclist, the persistence of a legally blind dog sledder, the joy of surfers of tanker wakes. Add anyone, everyone doing what they love. That's the greater outdoors. A belief that the outdoors belongs to us all. A belief that we are all pioneers. Welcome to Columbia's greater outdoors.
Did you know that what you eat after a game is just as important as before the game? Hello, I'm Kimberly Kane. Joining us now is Tracy Brand, a registered dietitian here at Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Tracy, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Talk about the importance of eating well before and after the game.
A proper sports diet can help you improve your performance, have more energy, and recover faster. Before your event, you want to increase your carbohydrates in your diet 1 to 2 days before. After your event, you want to have high carbs and higher protein within 2 hours of your event.
And you've brought some things to show us, beverages.
Yeah, and just to show a little bit of the sugar content, I get a lot of questions on soda and Gatorade content with sugar. Obviously, soda has a lot of sugar, but so does Gatorade.
Right, which many people may not realize.
That's right. And what you want to do is limit some of these things, especially the sodas and things, the refined sugars, can increase your glycogen stores too fast and actually have you muscle fatigue faster. So you don't want to have too much sugar in your diet.
Okay. Tracy, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about the Sports Medicine Center at Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin, go online to fredert.com/sports.
Back in November, Amanda Cram was honored as our featured student athlete. Since that time, Amanda's team has done so well that another trip to Waterford was in order. Here's super smooth Tim Muma with the Lackey and Joy Spotlight.
There's a team in southeastern Wisconsin racing for the finish line with their eyes firmly fixed on a state championship. And with the season winding down, Waterford is atop the Wisconsin rankings as they have been most of the year. But the ladies know the number 1 doesn't mean as much now as it will at state.
Once we get to state, that's when it really matters. So right now, the rankings for me just don't really mean a whole lot just because we really want to do well at state, and that's where it really counts.
We're a lot more confident about our abilities to place highly at state. We really want to win number 1, and we're quite capable of it.
The Wolverines have been on the cusp of a state title the last couple of seasons. In '07, they earned the runner-up trophy, while last year they finished 3rd. But this lineup appears to have a perfect mix of experience and talent that could result in a Division I crown.
I think we do have a really strong team, so it's just really exciting because I hope that we do really well.
As long as all our people are healthy, we can score really high in all the events.
Hence, Waterford is deemed by most to be the favorite to go all the way, following in the footsteps of the 1991 squad who took the D2 championship. Of course, a lot has changed in 18 years, besides those hairstyles, including Waterford's current standing as a D1 competitor. Thus, it's almost as if they're gunning for the school's first title again. Should this pack of Wolverines make a run to the state championship, it would be under completely different circumstances. Whereas that team from nearly 2 decades ago came out of nowhere to win it all, this squad performs their skills at a much higher level, and they've succeeded so far, even with the weight of lofty expectations.
We do put pressure on ourselves to be the best we can be, but I don't feel so much from the outside.
What motivates us more, because we're obviously just trying to do better for ourselves, not really look at other teams or anything, just for ourselves to do better.
We think about it a lot, but it just encourages us to do better every meet, and we continue to score higher.
The Wolverines recently displayed their depth and adroitness in a dual meet as 4 different girls each won an event. That's the type of performance that has the team flying high down the stretch.
We know from experience that we can't get overconfident because that usually leads to falls and stuff. So we just come back in and every practice we try and do what we did before. At the same time, we don't boast about it because we have to earn that spot still.
And Coach Pam Beck, who was at the helm for the 91 championship, says this team has a different feeling, but her athletes know there's still work to be done in 2009.
I think we do have a lot to prove just because the past couple of years we've been doing really well, but it's just more of we really want to get to that point of being recognized as like a state champion.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of Preps Plus, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel's high school sports show. Special shout out to the Lady Generals. Good luck the rest of the way, ladies. Thanks. Please be sure to join us again next week. Same Preps Plus time, same Preps Plus channel. Until then, I'm Gary Howard. Peace.
The Milwaukee Journal Sentinel Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Don't miss Boston Store's President's Day sale tomorrow, February 16th, where you'll find the right products at the right price. Buy, Pick, and Save, proud sponsor of the Preps Plus highlights. Time Warner Cable. Order the All the Best package, 3 great services on one simple bill at one low price. By Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin. For the smart choice, it's academic. Buy Lackey & Joy's with locations in downtown Milwaukee, Brookfield, and Mequon. And shop our Mayfair store through the end of February. And by Realty Executives, where the experts are.